So James was commenting on the butterfly yesterday. He didn't think it looked like a butterfly, but now he thinks it does.
Yeah.
So it's starting to get there. And then when I turn it around to the other side, like I just want to be careful at this point so that this dries really nicely, and then I'll flip it over and do the other side. So
it's taken a fair amount of work. You had to bring it in out of potential rain.
Yes.
Several evenings.
Yeah. But it dries better out here for one thing.
Well, the sun will do it, and also the air coursing over it.
Yes, and plus paper mache is a very messy project.
No kidding.
And I don't want to do it inside, especially with chihuahuas, because they would be all through it.
Mm-hmm. It'd be a mess.
When I was a little kid, I would do my paper mache projects just in the dining room.
Yeah.
And that was fine because the way my mom kept dogs, they were very civilized. And they certainly stayed away from what I was doing. And I would clean up everything really well afterwards, so it was fine. But I would rather do it outside if I'm going to do it the way I live now. Anyway, so I got to get it done before the rain starts in, because it's supposed to rain this week. And then
a lot, or
a fair amount. And then I'll be decorating while it's raining outside. I can do the decorating inside while watching TV shows or whatever. So
it'll work out great. Yeah.
So
you'll be reading.
Yes, and reading. Yeah. And James is going to talk about this book, The Art of Diplomacy, Strengthening the Canada-U.S. Relationship in Times of Uncertainty by Bruce Heyman and Vicki Heyman.
That's probably how they pronounce the name.
I don't know.
Well, that's probably how they pronounce it. The correct pronunciation is German, Hyman or something like that.
Okay, but nobody would want to pronounce it.
And people mispronounce German names anyway. The EIs and IEs, they tend to get it wrong, right? You get Einstein right, but Bernstein, they always say Bernstein, but it should be Bernstein, right? So we say Einstein, that means one stone, something like that. Bernstein means burning or bright stone. It really means amber. Isn't that a great name? Yeah.
So nice.
If that were my last name and I had a girl, it'd be Amber Bernstein.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go.
You do that.
Anyway, I haven't read this book. It's not really a confession. I mean, I've only got so many things I can cover.
I kept nagging him, but...
Well, I mean, it's written by an ambassador and then his wife, and I think they're probably pretty fine people. They supported Obama way back when, and they were Obama appointees, or he was, and they came from Chicago. He comes from Chicago, or at least that's kind of like where he was elected from. I think he came from Hawaii originally, but well, to hear Donald Trump, he came from Africa somewhere, but Donald Trump, that's like fake history, so I hate to have to call Donald Trump on something, but he's told something like 10,000 lies in office.
Well, when you're just winging things off the top of your head.
Well, a lot of it are just
happen.
like mistakes, but he always tends to mistake towards the heavy end of things. It's always an exaggeration, so, after a while, people just get numb to it. His supporters, and I think to a certain extent the people who are against him. And the funny thing is, I wish I could say increasingly people are against him. I can remember people were so optimistic. His numbers have gone down, and I'm saying, come on, you don't understand. So it barely got below 40%, and now it's sitting at like 42.4% support for it. It's fairly high disapproval rating, but he's sitting at about as high as Ronald Reagan was sitting at this point. And Ronald Reagan was reelected, right?
Mm-hmm. So,
anyway,
you skimmed through the book instead.
I looked at the pictures, so...
That's all you managed to do?
No. I read the blurbs in the front.
Okay.
I know what it's about, and ambassadors really aren't that significant. They basically do the bidding of their people who appointed them. And in this case, it was Obama. So I could see that there were some photo ops with Stephen Harper. Well, Obama's kind of on the left-wing side of things. Harper, I don't have to tell you, he's on the right-wing side of things. And those pictures look kind of stiff and posed but no, phony. And then Justin Trudeau wins in 15, I guess it was. 2015, and oh, buddy, Trudeau's hug and stuff like that. So, I know the book's going to be that. Stephen Harper. It's great when you can get people who are on the same side of the political spectrum. The diplomacy is relatively easy when you got democracies on both sides of something like democracies on both sides of a boundary, like the case, as is the case with Canada and the U.S. But it's a problem now. Trump is basically doing the bidding of that baby bear, that cub in the Soviet Union, Mark II, or the Russian Empire, Mark III, Putin. So Putin wants to split up all the democracies, and of course Trump is bad-mouthing Trudeau. He's bad-mouthing Canada. I'm going, Jesus. Oh, I'm going, geez. We've been kind of like the best of friends. It hasn't even been frenemies, for about 200 years. So, I don't know. Anyway, I wouldn't recommend spending your money on the book. If you like this kind of stuff, you can get it out of the library, so on and so forth. But it's probably a pretty good read, but what can I say? It's just not. It's not terribly significant, It looks like
not significant enough for you to even skim.
No.
Because you said you were going to skim it.
Well, I skimmed it. I skimmed the skim. I skimmed the skim part. You see what I'm saying? I skimmed the skim. So I was going to say I skimmed the scum. The two things are related, but it's not really scum. So what can I say? If I was reading a Donald Trump book, I'd say I skimmed the scum. Anyway, there you go. I put a fair amount of time in it. So.
No, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to read any of the books that I bring home for you to read. I just, I could have just taken it back.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. So, I put in some time, so I feel good about that.
Okay.
Anyway, there you go. Don't save your shekels for something else.
So James is drinking hot rhubarb and honey, which is not hot at all because I just dissolved the honey in some hot water like I do for my hot lemon and honey, which is not hot, and then added the juice to it. So, and he's eating kale nuggets.
I think that's what I'm going to eat right now.
Covered with amaranth and teff.
And what am I going
garlic
to be mixing
toast?
With? Well, I'm not going to eat the
honey
garlic toast
mustard sauce.
Yeah, the honey mustard part is an integral part of it.
Yes.
It's the kale nuggets are pretty good considering they're kale, but I find they go down a whole lot better with the honey mustard. Yeah. What happens is the honey sweetens it up, but I'm telling you, honey by itself, I don't think would be enough really to make it a pleasant experience. The mustard, what that does is it kind of counteracts the strong taste, right? It's kind of weird. It's like getting one's bottom slapped before getting an injection, right? But then, so, and like an injection is supposed to be, this stuff is actually good for you. So, kale is amazing.